Hey there, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this. And this is going to be a talk on imagination. So, essentially, imagination means, by the Wikipedia or Google definition, the ability of the mind to be creative, which tends to mean that if you were to ask me what essentially is imagination and what is your imagination, I would say that imagination is basically anything you want it to be. As people and as humans, we tend to explore, we tend to be curious, and that curiosity at times tends to bring us to searching, researching, and finding out things that we want to know. And if we can't find answers to those questions, we tend to imagine, what could this be like? What could this specific thing be like? How would this specific thing turn out or pan out in a certain way if it actually existed or if it actually had information behind it. As humans, we tend to want answers to the things we deem as the unknown, such as, I think, the most common thing is space. I think none of us know what is out there in space, or if there's other universes, galaxies, or alternate versions of ourselves. We see stuff like that in sci-fi movies and superhero movies where there's otherworldly dimensions and other fantasy worlds out there and other universes and other galaxies. So who knows, maybe there are, but we never really have any physical evidence to back it up. That tends to bring us to imagining. Uh, and that's not to say that imagining is a bad thing. It actually tends to bring us to researching, what tends to make us smarter in a way, because at the end of the day, we're researching, we're finding out information, we're learning, whether it be, about sci-fi, whether it be about, educational stuff, whether it be about just your hobbies. But at the end of the day, you're learning something new, which is good for all of us. It tends to give us that form of wisdom, that form of knowledge. And as people always say, and I think my teachers and everyone always says to me that knowledge is never wasted. It's always valuable. Whatever type of knowledge you have is valuable because it adds to your knowing about life. Now we move on to why is it good? Well, like I said, it's in a form of knowledge. It helps us learn and it helps us, find out new things. But not only that, it also helps us explore and express our own creative ideas and creative desires because that curiosity tends to trigger something within us to find out something, and that that curiosity and that drive to find out things and to research tends to make us come up with our own ideas, with our own crazy antics and crazy concepts and stuff that tend to be a reality in someday. You never know. Maybe your idea, your crazy idea that you have right now, which seems so far-fetched and seems so crazy, might not be crazy or far-fetched in the near future. I mean, let's take, Elon Musk, for example. He's a crazy dude with lots of ideas, and he's making them a reality right now. I mean, I heard from other people, like from my friends, that knowing him, like on a information basis, people thought that he was crazy for thinking, electric cars could be a thing, that space travel could be a thing. But a few years or decades later, space travel is a norm because of Elon Musk, and electric cars and electric vehicles are being encouraged because of Elon Musk. So, our future is a really wide and expanding, thing. And I think with the help of creativity and imagination, it could go even further. Also with airplanes and all that. I mean, who would imagine like we would have these big aircrafts transporting people from country to country, having business class, economy class, having TVs, all these, advancements as in day. When back then, the only thing that I can't really, I'm not really a airplane enthusiast or an aircraft enthusiast, but I think I've seen this in movies, and I think that's where I only get my information, but some of it is actually factual. I think the Wright brothers, if I'm not mistaken, if any one of you like know about this, like they were the ones who created, their first airplane, and they've tested out the airplanes and all that. If you guys do know about this, please, let me know in the comments down below, mention me if, you guys know the right information. But from my understanding, yeah, the Wright brothers, they invented the airplane. It's like like what do you call that? Not super high tech. It's just like, you know, it had the propeller and it had like aerodynamical structure which helped it to fly. So that was their concept of an airplane. But who knew that, today we would have aircraft such as like the ones from Emirates, where they have, folding beds, like literal bedroom suites, and TVs on the freaking chairs. I mean, who would have thought that, you could watch movies on an airplane, you could sleep, you could have, the comfort of your own bed on an airplane. Like, it's crazy. Imagination actually drove us to many, many incredible creations and ideas. And I think that's really, the thing that helps us. I think this helps us express our emotions and our thoughts the best, I think, imagination. Because you can put something down on pen and paper, but that doesn't compare to the wide range of ideas and concepts that you have in your mind, lined up. There's a lot of things that you could say, you could do that are out of the realm of possibility, but might not be in the near future, like I've said, because uh, every day, humanity is growing, humanity is expanding, and with that growing and expansion, we grow mentally, we grow physically, sorry, we grow socially. That leads us to find out new things, get new advancement, yada yada. The future is near, the future is now, something like that. I mean, you can see it in artists and in, business people and, doctors and all these stuff. But I think the most where you can see imagination is basically in movies, in films, and, you know, in artistry, the creativity is there, when a director or a writer or a actor is portraying a certain character in their own way, portraying a certain story in their own way, with all the visual effects, with all the CGI, with all the, all of those stuff. I mean, just that form of creativity and form of imagination allows people to create stuff that's just so, like, shocking, eye-catching, awe-inducing, all those crazy feelings that you have when watching a movie, when watching some artist portray his or her work on canvas, on a blank canvas. That being said, like, not like literally on a white canvas. I mean, like the canvas of their life. And I think that's also a nod to us, because in some form of way, no matter what career we have, no matter what type of person we are, we all are artists in our own way. Because as people say, life is a blank canvas. Our life is what we make it out to be. We are the artists of our own lives. We are the creators of our own lives. Whatever happens in our life is our own, like, of our own making. Out of the uncontrollable situations and all that. But yeah, it's a blank canvas, and you get to paint it however you want. You can use your imagination and go wild. It could be a fun action thrill story, an emotional, or an emotional, heartfelt story. It could be a tragic story. It could be a story of triumph, a story of courage. It could be anything. It's just like a movie. You're actually directing a movie. Your life is a movie, but it's your movie. And I think, with a little bit of imagination, it can be a spectacular, masterpiece, because you adding that specific flair, your own flair to your own life by being imaginative, being creative, being expressive of your feelings, emotions through your work, through your lifestyle, through your friendships, your bonds, your relationships, adds an extra touch of, spectacular. At the end of the day, you're also impacting them. And that, I think that's one of the most amazing things about life and most amazing things about imagination and being creative is that you're just doing you, expressing yourself, being the person who you want to be, through your craft, through your passion, through your job, through your lifestyle. And you don't really think about inspiring or making anyone motivated or anything like that. You just go on with your life. But as a side effect, you inspire people, you motivate people. And that's, I think, the wonder thing, because you're just being you through being creative, and that creativity leads to new solutions, new ideas, new innovations, new creations that the world can benefit from. The world can be entertained by or touched or inspired. You know, that's I think the beauty, in my opinion, of imagination. It helps us create, helps us be innovative, it helps us be expressive, it helps us, try to make life better for not only ourselves but for everyone around us. And yeah, so whatever it is that you're passionate about, whatever it is that you're, you know, doing right now, your job, your your passion, your hobby, or your lifestyle or your school, whatever it may be, try to be imaginative, try to be creative in each and every field that you have. And, with that touch of imagination, you might invent something that people really like, and, people will, see as a new innovative solution for the future or something like that. We all can't be like Elon Musk, but we all can be creatives in our own way. And with that, we will, you know, inspire the world in our very own way, which is, I think, the best way to do it. Because, you know, what better way is there to inspire? What better way is there to be creative than just being yourself and, expressing the things that you want to express, you know? That concludes this talk. Thank you so much for listening, guys. And remember, always remember, be creative, be imaginative, explore, express, and inspire. Anyways, thank you for listening. Hope you have a great day, guys. God bless.